Hello everyone, MFPallytime here. Welcome back to the A through Z playthrough. This is our second attempt at playing Malthael, so if you want to count this one as a loss, we are definitely re-recording after that last one, because it was about a 6 or 8 minute match. I'm not actually sure what it came down to, but I barely got to talk about my character at all. We are queuing with viewers today, and hopefully I can stay in the match long enough to actually get any of my points across. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we find ourselves in the Infernal Shrines today. The friendly team, once again, all viewers, is Malthael, Tyrande, Diablo, Charism, and brawler. Last time our comp kind of skewed too hard away from having lane clear, and we were punished really hard from that when the enemy team just pushed. But I think we got a well-rounded comp this time. It should go a little bit better. The enemy team, Genji, Asmodem, Tyrell, Lily, and Junkrat. At level 1, we are going to go for Fear the Reaper, which activate to increase movement speed by 25% and pass through other units for 4 seconds. This does a few things for us. If we overextend, we can use this ability to get back to safety, but if we are being body blocked by something, we can also use this ability to simply move through that target to safety without having to use any of our other abilities, just in case they're on cooldown. If you've never seen Malthael before, his Q and W abilities are currently not active, and that is because our trait is not on any target. Basic attacks on non-structured targets will apply Reaper's Mark for 4 seconds. Enemies marked are revealed and take damage equal to 2% of their maximum health every 1 second, which can be pretty strong. I'm not walking on that. Okay. Glad we sorted that out. Let's go ahead and use our level 1 talent just to move on out of there before we are taken down. Use our Sippy Cup. And I'm going to move down to the bottom lane to Soak. Now, it's very easy on Malthael to overextend and to be surrounded and stunned and beat the fuck up out of, just because of the way that the character functions. If you have your trait on a lot of stuff, you can heal for a lot. If you don't have your trait on anything, then you can't heal for anything. Our Q is our means for healing, and anything we have our trait on, we can then use Soul Rip to kind of siphon life away from it. We deal some damage and we also heal ourselves. Our W ability allows us to engage on a target that has our trait on it. So like this Tyrael right here, we could jump in on, come up behind him, which is another way that we can avoid body blocks. And as long as we are spamming Q, continue to heal off him. As this minion wave comes in, we get a massive amount of HP that allows us to trade for just a moment. And all in all, it's a pretty fun way to play, but it's very easy to be overwhelmed if your trait falls off of something, which as you can see, is not that hard for your trait to do. It doesn't last very long. Or if you don't quite expect as much damage to happen to you that actually happens. So if you find yourself surrounded by an enemy team and all of their cooldowns just happen to come off at one time, you can be burst down very quickly. This basically means a lot of Malthael players suffer from Greymane syndrome. Myself is no exception to that. And it's very, very easy to all of a sudden be like, I got this. I'm going in. And then immediately be killed off by everyone around you because you just overextended like crazy. We already talked about our W ability. We already talked about our E ability, so we're good to go. Okay. Still recovering from that 24-hour stream team. We're recording this the day after, though. If I'm a little discombobulated, that's why. We are going to go for Black Harvest at level 4. And this is a quest talent that all we have to do is keep our trait on enemies. So this Genji right now is proccing our quest talent. That Lily proccing our quest talent. It doesn't have to be enemy heroes, though. So as they come back into the fight, we want to make sure that we're applying our trait to them in an easy manner. Wait, did I talk about Death Shroud? I don't think I did, actually. Our E ability is Death Shroud, and it applies our trait in a line. That's all. So as a minion wave comes up, we can hit this with Death Shroud, and then everything that gets hit does allow us to heal off of. So great synergy there between the two abilities. Okay, Dark Team, long day. I actually slept from 10 p.m. last night to 3 p.m. today. It was, I was not feeling good at all. We do have the Punisher that's going to be supporting us very soon here. Will our trait be enough to kill off that Genji? Yes, it will be. So I was kind of moving out just to be aggressive, just to push these guys back to make sure our team could finish off that objective. And that worked out. That aggression actually worked out there. We do have 50 seconds on our trait quest so far, and we're only level 6, so that's going very, very well. The 2 extra seconds that gets added to that not only allow us to heal one more time when we use our E ability on a minion wave, but it also is going to have some great synergy with talents later in the game. So Malthael was introduced, and he was very, 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 very strong. His level 10 heroic ability that we are going to be picking up here in this game, Tormented Souls, used to give him 20 armor in basically the same way, in the same kind of manner that Kerrigan's heroic ability does. Her Maelstrom, when she pops that, she gets that damage aura around her. Well, Malthael gets that damage aura around him that also applies his trait that also used to give him 20 armor and also allows him to heal off everything around him with Soul Rip. So it was extremely powerful. And then when at the same time he was added into the game was about the same time that the Uther rework went in, and he was able to give lots of armor to his team, which meant that all of a sudden you also had Uther just straight up giving him more armor when he would ult, and you would be giving him Divine Shield when he would ult. So it was very, very, very difficult to kill Malthael. Since then, he did receive an armor nerf to Tormented Souls. It's 10 armor now instead of 20. So, 20% more damage mitigated is a lot. 10, not that much. And I believe he got some healing nerfs. I believe he got some health nerfs. I was looking at the list, and it just seemed like a balancing of numbers, so I actually didn't take too many notes on this character, just because it all just seemed like small number tweaks because he was overtuned when he was released. His talent build, unfortunately, is pretty cemented. There's some deviation if you want to go first. Well, I did it. That was the Greymane mentality. Did you see it? I was like, I'll be fine. There's a giant minion wave. I'll just walk in here and nothing bad could possibly happen. And then what happens? Well, I have a whole minion wave attacking me, and 3 heroes of the enemy team attacking me. So I just went in and took all of that damage for absolutely no reason. Anyway, so his talent build, not that different. You either go for straight, like every trait talent that you could pick up, or you go for every Q talent that you could pick up. Most tiers don't see much deviation, and most tiers, I don't know, it just doesn't seem like people like to mix and match talents for the most part. It's very much you build him for this one purpose, or you build him for this one purpose, and there's not much difference in between. Which historically Blizzard doesn't like very much. They'll usually go back and rework characters that are like that to make them a bit more well-rounded in that regard, and make more talents a little bit more appealing, and allow mixing and matching. So I do think that, this is my prediction, I do think that in the next year, we will see some pretty big talent revivals, or talent tweaks on Malthael, just because he does seem so laser focused right now. It's not as bad as Malfurion used to be. We played Malfurion in the last game. Malfurion had like one build before, and you maybe changed one talent at 13. Maybe. So we'll see. That's my prediction. That's not to say he isn't a fun character to play, though. He can be extremely aggressive, go in and deal a lot of damage. It can feel extremely impactful in team fights at the same time. But just the talents he picks to do that don't vary much. Looks like we are going to achieve this objective on the enemy team as well. It is going to be pushing the top lane. I'm going to Sippy Cup to make sure I'm full mana here, make sure I have that health regen, and then right when I get up to this wall, I want to engage. The health regen from the Sippy Cup continues to tick away after the effect heals you to full like this, so for the time being, we still have that effect going. I'm popping my ult, I'm healing off of everything, and I'm diving extremely deep into this enemy team, trying to deal as much damage as possible. Also, completing our quest any moment now, just because we had our trait on so many things. Part of the reason I was able to go in there is because the Punisher jumped in, was soaking a lot of damage. The other part of the reason I was able to go in there is simply because we were able to heal so much off of that team, and the friendly team did push it for me, so all of that helps out quite a bit. Let's go ahead and steal our camp away from them. They'll be respawning shortly. We should be able to get this no problem before the team backs. I'm feeling aggressive. I want to take these advantages that we have. You know what I'm saying? I want to take these advantages. I also just remembered that I should stream these with a slight delay, because last week when I was saying what I was doing, the enemy team heard all of it. We'll do that on Friday. I totally forgot. So our trait quest is now complete. This means that our trait will last for an extra 2 seconds on these enemy combatants, which again may not seem like too big of a deal right now. You may be wondering why I'm so obsessed over that. Oh, that fucking palm was so good. That palm was so good, and I wasted it. Oh, wow. Wow. GG. Oh, beautiful interruption on that Riptire as well from our Diablo player, giving his life for that, but still, probably saving our whole team. Maybe not. They got a lot of bombs on this team, don't they? Azmodan dunk. Oh, she dodged it. Yeah, good job, man. That was great. Wow. All right, well, we should have another objective popping up here soon. This enemy team seems to be pretty balanced between physical and... Actually, it seems like it's mostly spell damage, huh? Azmodan, his big dunk. Genji and his E resets and shit. Maybe we might pick up Shroud of Wisdom here. Or we might just get more healing. More healing is easy. Increase Soul Ribs bonus healing from heroes to 4% instead of 2%. That just means we just... Oh, it's 3%. It's only a 1% increase? Fuck. I thought it was double. Yeah, we'll do Soul Siphon. We'll do Soul Siphon. We'll just sit around and heal for more. If the enemy team comes in, we should be able to heal for a lot. We have our ultimate ready to go if they decide to jump in here. Remember, our ultimate applies our trait to everything in the area, so if we use it here on this objective, it also applies to every single one of the objective monsters, which means we could just heal for, like, obscene amounts. We basically become immortal during that time if we continue to just hit Q. I'm gonna go ahead and pop my movement speed ability to get away from that fire in the hole. Good Apocalypse here is going to stop Genji in his tracks. I'm gonna go ahead and pop my ult here as we are pursuing this enemy team quite aggressively. We should be able to chase them down and finish them off, no problem. At least that's the plan. That poison will kill him. Can I actually stay alive here? I don't know. The friendly team was finishing off the objective. I was the one with the Greymane syndrome. I think I deserved to die there, but I was trying to. I was trying real hard. We want to again get the third Punisher in a row, and it's going to be pushing the middle lane this time. Good stun on Lily, but take a little bit of the tower there. Tyrande is going to have to back up a little bit. Punisher doesn't have a wall to jump over, so any stun that happens here, our team could wombo combo off of really easily with the Rate of Vengeance and the Tyrande stun. So hopefully they utilize that, especially with Junkrat being the one that's the furthest forward right now. If he missteps, that could be a big deal. But it looks like they're taking it easy. They're going to play around their second gate. So, you know, that kind of stops our wombo combo potential. That trap is so scary. I hate those traps. We're furiously clicking, trying to get in here to help our team out, but it looks like the Punisher has been defeated. The enemy team does have Judgment, so we need to back up here. We don't have numbers, and they can easily re-engage on that. But we can use this time to get some map pressure versus them to get this going. So I just want to point out the fact that the trait deals percentage-based damage. This means that Malthael is inherently good on maps where the objective has a player inside. I guess he's good on any map that has like a very tanky objective that you would kill, right? So like Towers of Doom, maybe pick someone other than Malthael for the objective. But on this map, we're dealing percentage-based damage to the Immortal, right? Because it's just anything. It's not heroes, right? Yeah. Maybe Battlefield of Eternity. We could do a little bit of damage there. I don't know. I'm not a Malthael player. I'm just trying to get you to think about it. Don't look at me like that. Don't talk about it. Don't snark. We are going to go for Memento Mori at level 16. Reaper's Mark deals increased damage over time. If it's on the target for more than 4 seconds, then they're going to start taking how much more damage? 80% increased damage from our trait. Now, this is why we went for the increased talent duration early in the game. Because all we have to do is apply our trait. That's it. That's it. We don't have to do follow-up attacks. We don't have to continue chasing someone. And all of a sudden, we start getting that bonus damage in here. This increases our ability to team fight. This increases our ability to lane clear. It's a lot of extra damage coming out. And hopefully, it's going to mean that we can melt down anyone on the enemy team fairly quickly. Looks like we want to catch them on the rotation here, but I was way out of position for that. Alright, I'm ready. Also, I just told the enemy team that we want to catch them out on rotation if they are watching the stream. I'm gonna go try to zone out Lily. I was hoping we'd be able to jump in on that Tyrael a little bit more, but it doesn't look like we were able to. He just jumped into us, though. We're going to use our increased movement speed to ult right on top of these two and try to chase them down. But I'm so slowed. Wasted. Absolutely wasted. We do have a pretty heavy numbers advantage, or pretty good. I guess it's heavy if you're on the other side, but a pretty good numbers advantage right now. So let's move up to the top lane and try to finish off this objective before the enemy team even gets their respawns in. Yeah, should have been ulted there. That was a really, really, really bad ult. Should not have done that. I mean, it does have a 100-second cooldown. That was another way that they tweaked Malthael. They gave his heroic ability a significantly longer cooldown, so you kind of have to think about when you're using it a little bit more. And you're not immortal because of the armor changes, so I don't know. Those changes were a long time ago. I just never adjusted because I just don't play him. We are going to have this Punisher pushing the top lane right now. Asmodean's getting a bottom fort, but we can get a top keep, so I'm okay with that any day of the week. Someone pinging danger behind us. I'm not that worried. Was it just Genji? Last we saw of Asmodean, he was in the bottom lane pushing that, but I think we're fine. Well, that shit's hitting me really hard. Gonna wait patiently for a heal back here. We lost our Vala already at the start of that fight. I think that palm was a misclick on me. Oh no! We're gonna try to keep our trait on this Junkrat, try to keep this trait on this Tyrael, spread the trait over to the Genji as well, trying to heal off of everyone around us. We do have our ultimate up as well. Can we continue to deal damage in here? I don't think so, but I'm trying. I'm trying so hard, please, someone die! Can we pick up 2? Is it 2? Is it 2? Come on, one more tick! All right, we got 2 kills by staying in there. I feel pretty okay about that. Oh. Oh. Did I get shrink raid? Is that why I keep getting so slowed? Is it shrink raid? It is. Feels bad. Shrink rate is so wasted on me too because I deal percentage damage. I don't deal numbers. So does shrink rate even lower the percentage damage that I do? I don't think it does. I don't know why I think that either, but I don't think it does. Okay. So the enemy team is actually slightly pulling ahead on XP here after that last team wipe they just did. They are going to be, I was going to say, I think they're going to be getting some camps. We appear to still have map control. They only have 2 camps available for them to take right now safely, and they are probably at that one. So, it doesn't even look like they're taking it, actually. Asmodean is going to be stunned by Diablo, and Vala is there for the follow-up, but we don't have everyone on our team here, so we do need to be careful. Tyrael is taking a lot of damage, and the jug of 1,000 fuck yous has been used. Let's try to peel these guys off of our backline here. I just don't think it's working out very well for us. I am going to try to just spread my trait with my heroic ability. But that was a fight that we initiated on and had numbers advantage. But the enemy team was able to rotate in and slowly but surely, I feel like I've said slowly but surely a lot today, win the tide of that battle. Mostly because the Junkrat flank with that tire was able to do a lot of damage to us because we were so clumped up. He is a very scary opponent for us to go against right now. Nazebo is up in the top lane Nazebo. Karazim is up in the top lane right now, trying to get that camp. So we will have some top lane pressure. But of course, if Asmodean is doing a good job on his dunking, which he is, he'll be able to clean this up very, very quickly. So, level 20 achieved by the enemy team, so we're going to have to give them this objective for the time being. It is going to push our weakest lane, which kind of sucks, and Asmodean is already down there pushing that lane as well, so it's going to have even more pressure. That wall will not likely last very long because of that Asmodean split push aggression. Tyrael did back off to clean up that mercenary camp pushing, so we will have numbers advantage going into this if our Karazim joins us down here, so I'm just going to ping for that. We need him down here. Middle lane will be fine. Middle lane only has a fort. We're trying to defend a keep right now. Keeps are worth keeping. We need to back up away from where that Punisher is going to be jumping in because we don't want it to be on us. Just a reminder that Tyrael is still in the top lane for the enemy team. X marks the strike, X marks the spot was used. We're going to get out of this Riptire action as well. And see if we can finish off this Genji. We can Sippy Cup here for that increased regen. Oh, he's really far away. We managed to lose our Diablo and our Vala there. Oh, no. We can finish this off pretty quickly. Uh-oh. Oh, well, we gotta go in. We gotta go in. If we don't, we lose. Now, we don't have to continue chasing. We just had to at least make them afraid of our core for the time being, which I think we did just fine. Okay. Okay, we're doing all right. We are going to be picking up Final Curtain here at level 20. Final Curtain allows our E ability to leave a trail on the ground, which means that people can step in and out of it, reactivating our trait. But also means that we get another tick off of our trait on top of the extra one we get for the quest if we use it on a minion wave. So just another way to increase our lane clear, another way to potentially spread our trait around to the enemy team and deal damage safely, which is something that up until this point we weren't really able to do with this build. But you'll notice we can sit back a lot further back than we were able to before and still apply our trait to that Lily, for instance, who's now taking damage. And then when it's off cooldown again, just reapply it here. And the longer they continue to sit here and fight, the more damage we're dealing here for free from complete safety. Pretty nice. Pretty good. And of course, it's like total zone control anyway. Like if they walk through that, they're just feeding my damage. By the way, look at our damage. It's not that bad at all. It's not that bad at all. All right, so we do have core pressure in the bottom lane. Genji is moving towards that right now. I'm just gonna go clean this up. I'm not looking to fight. I'm not looking to die. I'm just trying to push this backwards so we don't have to deal with it. The friendly team does manage to pick up a kill on Genji as he was rotating, though. That's a great pickup as this objective is about to become active. We can move ourselves up to the top lane now as one unit. Looks like Apocalypse was just used. Fire in the hole doesn't have a fucking cooldown, and that's being used again. Diablo so deep versus this enemy team right now. Let's go ahead and pop our movement speed increase and just try to get in here. I'm gonna pop my ult, deal that damage to these guys, jump in on Tyrael, continue to deal damage to these guys. He does use Judgment on me, but I'm not that worried, to be totally honest with you. Oh, we might be able to core here if we pick up these kills. This could be huge. This could be huge. We have our movement speed increase again, but I hit the building instead of hitting Lily. Feels really bad. All right, I don't think we core. Instead, we just back up and do the objective, and we should be able to do that no problem. Oh, don't walk in that. Okay. All right, good job, team. Good job, team. We do have a little core pressure that we do need to worry about. I'm actually going to go back for that right now. Tyrannda's doing it. Okay. Okay, so we just want to lay our E down so it'll hit as many minions as possible and then heal ourselves back up to full. And then when that duration is up on our E, we do it again. Okay, it's anyone's game at this point. The enemy team does have that level lead. The enemy team is pushing middle, but we have an objective that's heading straight for core and a numbers advantage to go with it. Hopefully. Hopefully. I'm just gonna lay this here. If they're even thinking about moving in, I don't want them to have that thought. We are a little low in the mana department, but the 2 regen globes that spawn here are gonna be able to get us back up to a respectable level. Our core is currently under attack. The enemy team's behind us. Why? Why is the enemy team behind us? I don't understand. Tyrannda's defending. It looks like Azmodan is going down to either back or get a bottom camp based off of what we've seen on the map. That's fine. We can heal off of that, no problem. I think he wasted that tire. We need Tyrannda with us. 4v5. We need her with us. We have to be so careful here. Bala taking a lot of damage. Genji coming in, trying to get some resets in here. Oh, Genji getting stun locked to death! And the Apocalypse canceling the judgment from Tyrael that he was going to use to engage so hard. I'm just trying to deal any damage I can to this Tyrael before he can get away. And it looks like he will be taken down, but not before he gets a couple of kills on the friendly team. We do have our supports here. I don't know how good we are at actually fighting under the core, but I'm going to try. I got a bunch of minions that are healing me. Uh-oh. 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 Did I just lose the game for my team? I walked into a Junkrat trap. Yeah, our healers kind of backed up as I went in. We clearly had a different idea of what we were going to do there. Our core is under attack by a catapult, but that was just cleaned up. Diablo respawned, so we're not at that big of a number. Actually, we're even numbers with the enemy team right now, so I don't think they'll push core. We need to try to get some camps while we can. Karazim's very weak there. Like, he's very susceptible to just getting straight up killed. They don't have a lot of lockdown without Tyrael, though, so he might be able to jump away from this. Looks like he's going to get that camp, no problem. Okay. All right. All right. All right. So we have core pressure in the bottom lane and a weaker core than the enemy team. They have core pressure in the top lane with a lot of work still to be done. And I think they're stealing this camp. Because what else are they doing? Yep. They sure were. Called it. Feels good. Understanding map. Understanding maps feels good. That being said, did you really just skirt right outside of tower? You monster. I was going to say, that being said, I don't think this camp's going to get too much value because it's just going to walk into the fort and die. But of course, it just skirts right around the side. Like an asshole. Okay, so group. We need to group all the time now. We always need to be grouped, and we need to shove bottom lane back. We need to get as much room here in the bottom lane as we can, just to make sure that we have more time to spare when objectives like this do pop up. So let's get everyone down here, and let's push this back as far as we can. We still have time before the next objective spawns, and we could easily get this building and mash the enemy team in XP at the same time. We will also make them respond to this, so we might be able to get a kill as they're rotating in, if they decide to do that. We do see one person on the enemy team down here right now. And now we just rotate up together.
Go and claim the shrine. Show its guardians your resolve.
Okay. Alright, so the enemy team is split right now, which means we can get a very big lead here. And remember, fighting on this is where I'm the most powerful because we have so many monsters and potentially so many minions that could be healing our character up with our Q ability. All right, they are rotating in right now. We just spotted everyone with that great Tyrande Al. Let's get out of that tongue. Let's make it so they can't use that smoke there for anything. Oh, Vala stepping up really far forward there is going to be palmed, but the palm does not trigger. We're jumping in on Lili. We're jumping in on Azmodan. We're trying to keep their back line away from the fight as Tyrael went very far forward. I'm very far away from our healers right now, though, which is a little terrifying. We are going to be able to take Tyrael down, and I'm going to jump in on this Lili here to keep our trait going. I'm going to try to hit their Junkrat. I don't think it's going to work, though. Lili still had our trait on her momentarily. There it is. There it is. There it is. We'll let Karazim take that. Jump in here, spread our trait to the Junkrat as well. Hitting both of these guys right now. Lili is going to ult one more time. Is it going to be enough to save her? I think it is. But now we are trading with two of these guys. I'm going to put my trait on Azmodan because it's just going to deal a monstrous amount of damage to him. As Lili comes up to help, we're going to reapply it to her. We don't have to actively continue to hit Azmodan to keep our trait on him because of the talents that we picked up earlier in the game. And don't go any further. I'm out of mana. Okay. Okay. Let's do... He's dead, right? Okay, let's do the objective. Whew. Whew. By the time this objective gets some momentum, our team is going to be respawning, but so is the enemy team. I need to go back for mana, which I'm not happy about. What we could have done there differently, maybe, is hold off on that last minion until our team was a bit more respawned. I think that was a mistake. Bottom lane's getting pushed out really. I think we just camp. I think we just take camps. We're too spread out. So I think we let that Punisher do whatever that Punisher's gonna do, and then we apply pressure right after, but as one cohesive unit. I think that's the plan. And we need to try to make sure our Vala is okay with those Tyrael judgments. Like, we need to be there ready for him. Okay. How's our bottom lane looking? We do got some pressure there.
Our Punisher has fallen before the demon's forces.
Let's get this. And then head bottom. Or head to the core, maybe, to clean it up. Well, both cores are pretty even right now. They're pretty fucking even right now. This game lasted way longer than I thought it would. We're taking core damage right this second. So I'm going to head back. Vala's already there. So we clean up core, we push bottom lane, and then we're fine. Just hit him. All right, shields didn't go down. Let's go, team. Let's go, team. Shove this in bottom. Make them scared for the buildings. Put the pressure on them. No. Stay strong. Core. Or keep. Rather. Don't get distracted. Let's go. Who cares if they're getting a mercenary camp? They're getting a mercenary camp in our healthiest lane. That mercenary camp is only going to take a fort. We're pushing in for keeps right now. Let's go. And remember, even if they're sitting behind these walls, we can use our E ability to zone them away from them. We do need to spread out for this heroic from Junkrat. Looks like we're okay. Heal up Vala as soon as possible. And move in with these minions. Okay, we don't have minions. Alright, back it up. Way too much poke damage. Here, I'm jumping into that tire. I'm jumping into all this shit. Because I'm trying to buy time for my team. I think we were successful. I think we were very successful. I think we might have a kill on that Genji there once my trade starts ticking. Alright, back it up. We got another shrine coming up. We can fight over the shrine. Oh god, the longer this games go on, the more powerful this Azmodan's getting. He's currently sitting at almost 500 fucking stacks. That mercenary camp is getting value up top, but we have catapults pushing in. I think the catapults will overtake it. I think. Yeah, these dunks are really starting to be a big deal. Leave that there. Spread out for the dunk. The next dunk soon. There it was. I'll use our E that way. Try to pull this Tyrael off of our Vala. Vala, you gotta move! You gotta move, Vala! Put our E this way. I'm trying so fucking hard here. I think we may have just lost. Oh no. Diablo didn't have enough souls to resurrect. Ah, it was a good game at least. Wow. Oh shit, look at our fucking hero damage. Oh my god. That was way more hero damage than I was expecting to be there. Jeez. You know, I kind of expected them just to push core.
Our foe has summoned a mortar Punisher.
We're clumping up too much for these dunks, man. They're so strong. Azmodan stacked up so much. Genji's defending top. My screen's frozen. Maybe this isn't GG. Maybe we can defend it.
They're attacking our core.
If they're not, I mean, they have two people top right now. Well, Azmodan dunk killed Vala. No, we're losing too many people. Just try to keep my trait spreading. Don't let Azmodan dunk us.
Hey, you're attacking our core.
The enemy's Punisher has been
Yeah, good attempt though. Really fucking solid attempt by our team. I feel good about that game. Our first game we lost in 7 minutes or something. I feel, well, we definitely made up our time from that last game as well. What that playtime we were gonna have in that last one, it rolled over to this one. 34-minute game. Good God. Good God. But still, fun match nonetheless. We did way more hero damage than I thought we were gonna do too. 44% of our team fight damage was from Malthael. That's crazy. So I hope you saw a little bit of the potential of the character today. I know I'm not a very good Malthael. Like I said, I haven't really played him since he came out, but that damage, that doesn't fucking lie, man. Holy crap. Wow. If you're playing along at home and you would like to use the talents I did in today's video, we went for Fear the Reaper into Black Harvest, Cold Hand, Tormented Souls, Soul Siphon, Memento Mori, and Final Curtain. The alternative to this build would be picking up any talent that has your Q in it. Steep. But that's it for today, everybody. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, please be sure to hit the thumbs up buttons and subscribe if you're new here. Up next, we are going to be taking a look at Medivh, the consistently most broken hero in the game with the lowest win rate imaginable. I meant broken in like the good way and lowest win rate in the bad way. Hope you guys are looking forward to that, and I will see you all next time.